Assalamu alaikum students. The lesson we are going to discuss today is the role of women in the Pakistan movement. As we have already discussed and learned that Pakistan was established on 14th August 1947. Before this the British ruled South Asia. After about 100 years of the British rule, both the Hindus and the Muslims of India realized that they must recover their independence and do away with the rule of the British. Before starting the lesson, let's look at the importance of women in Islam. Hazrat Aisha Raziyallahu Ta'ala Anha narrated, the Prophet, peace be upon him, said, O Allah, I declare inviolable the rights of two weak ones, the orphans and the women. In the beginning, both the Hindus and the Muslims worked together to drive the British from India. Together, they formed a political party called the Indian National Congress. But soon the Muslims realized that the Hindus, who were in majority in the Congress as well as in the country, would never give equal treatment to the Muslims and would not share the fruit of independence with them. We are always discussing about the independence, but do you know why a person needs an independent country, or why a nation needs an independent country? One of human basic needs is freedom that plays central role in social process. Human development means to expand human choices, which is required to freedom concept. Human development is the most important factor of welfare important, where the freedom is an essential instrument to achieve it. As Muslims realize that the Indians will not be giving them the equal right, so they formed their own political party. Muslim leaders who had earlier joined the Congress party now left it and became members of their own party. In 1934, Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah became the president of the party. The Muslims, being united on a common platform under his able guidance and leadership, now started their struggle for an independent Muslim state to be called Pakistan. It was one of the most difficult tasks to make the British realize that they had to consider the demands of the Muslims before they decided to give independence to India. A lot and hard struggle followed. Not only did the men, but women also actively participated in this glorious struggle. As we all know, at that time our women were in strict parda. They were less educated and less politically aware than the Hindu women. But there were a number of brave and selfless women who, in spite of these hurdles, came forward and worked for this noble cause side by side with their men. The Muslims formed their own party called All India Muslim League. They formed the women's branch of the Muslim League to organize women and inform them about the politics of the country. They traveled to the countryside to tell the women there what they should do. They organized public meetings for women and addressed large gatherings. They also made speeches before large audiences. They met wives and daughters of the British officers, including those of the viceroys, and made them realize that their demand was absolutely valid. They also took part in the public meetings organized by men. They even opened classes in their own homes to educate Muslim girls. Sometimes the police would use tear gas and would lathi charge the women's meetings and even arrest their leaders. There are so many selfless women that we are going to discuss in the lesson. The first one is Abadi Banu Begum, that is called B. Amma. B. Amma was born in 1850 into a nationalist family of Rampur. She suffered the trauma of 1857 revolt, which ignited a strong desire within her to see her country be free of the British rule. She was the mother of Maulana Shaukat Ali and Muhammad Ali Johar. She raised her voice against British imperialism and addressed large meetings in various parts of India. Pakistan movement followed a similar direction. Women came out of their houses and struggled to achieve a separate homeland. They made immense contribution to the movement and demonstrating their enthusiasm, leadership, intellect, courage, and resolve. B. Amma was a courageous and intelligent woman. Widowed at a young age, she shouldered the responsibility of raising her children with utmost sincerity and dignity. In one of the book that is called Eight Lives, a study of the Hindu-Muslim encounter, Rajmohan Gandhi writes how the young widow dressed her children in humble material and raised them on simple food and the Prophet saying, but she ensured the kids attended English medium schools when their uncle refused to shell money for their education, stating that he would have no part in turning the boys into infidels. B. Amma sold her jewelry with the help of her neighborhood's maid. She also played an important part in the fundraising for the Khilafat movement as well. The second personality we have is Amjadi Begum. She married to her cousin Muhammad Ali Johar at the tender age of 17. She was soon in the thick of political life alongside her husband and her mother-in-law B. Amma. Amjadi Begum had to face difficulties all her life. She lost her mother when she was a small child. All large extended family gave her love and support. Her husband's property in Rampur was confiscated. He was banned from visiting Rampur, where the rest of his family lived. The printing presses of his newspaper, Comrade and Hamdard, were shut down and all the sources of income were dried up. Her husband spent many years in prison, during which she not only cared for her children but also traveled all over the country with her mother-in-law B. Amma, carrying on the mission of freedom and restoration of the Khilafat movement. She accompanied her husband at all his political conferences, addressing women in particular to motivate them to participate in the freedom movement. Amjadi Begum was asked by Jinnah to join the first working women committee of the Muslim League, the only women amongst its 25 members. The All India Muslim League's 27th annual session was held at Lahore from the 22nd to 24th March 1940. The resolution was drafted by the working committee and approved at the general public session on 23rd March. Now this is the task. You have to answer the given questions. Why we fought for independence? Who was Abadi Begum? How women played major role in Pakistan movement? What do you know about Amjadi Begum? Jazakallah.